Shooter involved in the Washington State Mall shooting now captured. Hear what officials are saying. And an armed robbery at a local Walgreens, leaving officials with questions while the suspect is still on the run. Plus, a local tattoo parlor helps bring awareness to a cause, how the shop is doing so. Your 10 minutes of nonstop news on Local News 8 at 8 starts right now.
You're watching Local News 8 at 5. Local people, local news.
Good evening. Police are investigating an armed robbery that happened at Walgreens early this morning. Pocatello police say the suspect entered the Walgreens at the corner of Yellowstone and Alameda, displayed a handgun, demanded money. Witnesses say the suspect then left the store southbound to Alameda Road on foot. The suspect is described as a white male. Witnesses say he was wearing a gray hoodie, black t-shirt, light color blue jeans, black shoes, and black and red gloves. He is described as being 5 feet 8 inches to 6 feet tall with a skinny build. Anyone with information about this suspect should contact the Pocatello Police Department Investigations Division at 208-234-6121. Time to check in with First Alert forecaster Chris Nessman. Chris, what can we expect for the start of our work week?
This.
Wow, that's nice.
I mean, yeah, no, really. And it's pretty quick summary. It's not going to get, we're not going to see a lot of changes, frankly. I was going to say it's not going to get super cold. It's not going to get super hot. It's just going to be nice. So, again, lots of sunshine. As you see there, Teton Valley, very, very nice right now. Even from our Idaho Falls sky cam, 64 degrees, winds light, 6 miles an hour. So it's just, it is a nice day because you can't complain about the temperatures. And it's tough to complain about the winds. In fact, the only breezy spot, Leador seeing some mountain breezes, 15 miles an hour. Everyone else, not too bad. Pinedale also a bit breezy at 13, but still, the strong numbers are few and far between. So tonight, another nice night ahead. The one exception being we'll still have a bit of frost in a few areas, but mainly we'll be seeing patchy fog. So count on possibly a little bit of fog on your morning commute, but it should burn off by about 10 o'clock in the morning. So that's what we have tonight. And our longer term forecast, well, you'll see less blue skies and more rain as another storm moves in. I'll have more on that coming up. Chelsea?
Thanks, Chris. Police say the manhunt for the shooter who killed 5 people at a Washington State Mall is over. They arrested the 20-year-old last night after a 24-hour search in identifying his car through surveillance videos. Andrew Spencer has more.
Police say 20-year-old Arkan Satine of Oak Harbor, Washington, is the man who walked into a Macy's store and started shooting.
In our community, we suffered a devastating loss of 5 treasured members of our community who had done nothing more than what we all have done on any given day, gone to the shopping mall. That was us in that mall.
Blurry surveillance photos showed a rifle-toting man at the Washington State Mall. Police in Burlington say he is the sole person responsible for killing 5 people in a shooting rampage Friday night.
The suspect entered the mall without a weapon. About 10 minutes later, entered Macy's with a rifle, fired multiple times, struck, again, 4 females ranging in age from a teenager to seniors. Also, a male was struck, and all 4 of those were mortally wounded.
Witnesses described a chaotic scene when the shooting started about 7 o'clock Friday night, with people running, unsure of where to seek safety.
The most chaotic I've seen in a while, and the most chaotic that to me it's ever been here. You know, I wouldn't think this would even happen here, so I'm shocked.
After the attack, the man vanished into the night along Interstate 5 about an hour north of Seattle. Deputies arrested Satine Saturday as he walked along a sidewalk in Oak Harbor. They say he did not try to run. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Around the region, police are searching for a 17-year-old girl in Southern California that vanished last night. They say Caitlin Goodwill Yost may be in danger. Authorities found 3 bodies at her house after responding to a call from a child who said her parent had died. Officers saw 2 men and a woman dead when they arrived at the house. They also found 2 children unharmed, but the teenager nowhere to be seen. The relationship between the 3 adults and the kids is unknown. Police are asking the public for help in finding Yost. Making national headlines today, the Marlins ace pitcher Jose Fernandez killed in an early morning boating accident off of Miami Beach. The Marlins confirmed that the 24-year-old was one of 3 people killed in the accident. Today's game versus the Atlanta Braves is canceled. The Cuban-born came to the U.S. in his teens and settled in the Tampa area. Fernandez was a first-round draft choice of the Marlins in 2011 and quickly made his way to the majors and became an instant star, being named the National League All-Star Game in his rookie season. Fernandez leaves behind his family and his pregnant girlfriend. A federal lawsuit is challenging Idaho's sex offender registry laws. More than 100 sex offenders argue the rules on the registration and community notification are unconstitutional. Nearly 40 defendants are named, including Attorney General Lawrence Wasden, Idaho Department of Correction Director Kevin Kempf, and 21 sheriffs from counties where some of the plaintiffs live. Wasden declined to comment on the lawsuit. The plaintiffs were primarily convicted in the 1980s and 1990s. They argue that the amendments to the Idaho sex offender registry laws have resulted in retroactive punishment, which is unconstitutional. A dot and a comma. Separately, those two things might not mean so much, but when put together into a semicolon tattoo, it holds a lot of meaning for many people. An online trend called Project Semicolon has made a symbol that is a really popular design. Local News 8's Misty Inglet spoke to a local tattoo shop about the project.
From the Ashes Tattoo Shop has seen a lot of designs, but one of its most meaningful is a semicolon. In grammar, the semicolon doesn't end a sentence, it allows it to continue. Just like in writing, the semicolon tattoo symbolizes continuance. It's meant to remind people that their lives don't have to end. There's still more to their story. The goal of Project Semicolon is to raise awareness about mental health and suicide. Tracy Eastman had never heard of Project Semicolon until someone asked about it last year. So he did some research and...
It just spoke to me. My mom had a lot of mental health issues growing up, and I have a lot of friends that are vets here, and vets seem to have a lot, there's a high suicide rate among vets. Plus, Idaho just has one of the highest suicide rates in the country, so it felt like something I could really get behind.
The shop donates half the cost of the tattoo to the Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline.
Last year we did well over 100 of them. We ended up raising a little over $3,200. It makes us feel really good to be able to help out in some way.
Tracy says he loves hearing people's stories, and it gives the tattoo even more meaning.
I think it's a great way to bring awareness about mental health issues and suicide. All of us that are here have had friends that have committed suicide or have dealt with mental health issues, so it's a great way to help raise awareness to the general community.
In Pocatello, I'm Misty Inglet.
From the Ashes will continue the fundraiser through October 15th. For more information on the project, check out our website, localnews8.com. Rexburg celebrated its first Heritage Festival this weekend, and the festival did so well, the city really might just need to make it a tradition. Local News 8's Esme Carriega caught up with locals who stopped by for some fun.
The Heritage Festival attracted many. Some people shopped, some danced. Rindy Remington heard about the event through a friend.
Came here to see what this town's all about. We've only lived here for a few years, and see the activities and hang out with friends and have a good time.
If you stopped by, you didn't want to miss the chili cook-off. Councilmember Brad Wolf had the daunting task of judging it.
I've had worse. Yeah, eating 12 or 15, 13, I don't know how many there were, things of chili wasn't all so bad. I've never tasted so many different types of chili.
You didn't have to twist my arm. I had a quick bite. Eric Isaacson says it's a great way to show people what Rexburg has to offer.
It's a good opportunity. There's a lot of people around here that like to hike, bike, swim, camp, do all kinds of stuff, but they don't know where to go, especially new students to the area.
Reporting from Rexburg, I'm Esme Curiega.
The festival lasted 2 days and was free. To find out about upcoming events, visit our website, localnews8.com. LDS and Salt Lake City officials welcomed a new 24-story skyscraper to the city's skyline this week. The office tower is owned by the LDS Church. It sits at the corner of Main Street and 100 South. Mayor Jackie Budsky says that the new building is a new icon. The tower's layout includes 35-foot-high windows and a huge video wall showing images of Utah's landscapes. It's topped with 32-foot-high translucent glass with 132 LED light projectors. It's the third tallest building in the city. Snapchat is doing things a little different from the rest of the other social media platforms, and it may help you with a few little things differently. It's going to be coming up in your consumer report.
But before that, we'll have your weather report, and I'll tell you, you're going to really like the first half of the week. Second half, well, I guess if you like wet weather and fall-like weather, you're going to like it. I'll have the full weather forecast coming up.
Local people, local news. You're watching Local News 8 at 5. And now, Chris Nessman with your first alert forecast.
All right, so it really doesn't get any better than today. I mean, gorgeous day, nice temperatures, not too hot, not too cold. And the winds, the ever-present winds in Idaho, well, they're not too bad today either. So it doesn't get better. And that's thanks to our friend high pressure that's sitting right just over the Idaho-Montana border, keeping any storms that could interfere with our beautiful weather up into Canada, at least for right now. What we are going to see is eventually this guy's going to break down and let a few storms in, but it's going to take a couple days to do so. And by I mean a couple days, I mean at least past what Vipercast can show us, because you notice Monday, Tuesday morning, nope. Tuesday afternoon, nope. Wednesday morning, also nope. And Wednesday afternoon, oh hey look, maybe a few clouds, but that's about it. Lots of sunshine, nice temperatures for the next couple days. After Wednesday, though, we do start to see some changes, and those clouds are a little indicator of what's to come, aka bit of moisture sliding in. So chance of thunderstorms come Thursday. In the meantime, though, very, very nice. I mean, 40-72 in Aberdeen, 44-74 Pocatello, 40-71 in Arco. So very, very pleasant for the next couple of days. And again, tomorrow, fantastic. I mean, Chalice just under 80. Yeah, almost summer-like there. I know a lot of folks already pulled out all their fall clothing, and well, I hope you didn't put the summer stuff too deep into your dresser or anything, because you're going to need it at least for a few days. You see Ashton, nice day tomorrow, 71-70, Jackson 73 in Rexburg. Further south, similar story, and we don't see any changes until Thursday when we have a chance of those thunderstorms. And past Thursday, we've got a series of storms moving through that will bring chances almost every day. So you got Thursday, Friday, another one Saturday, Sunday, and then it's looking like another one even into next Monday. So you notice temperatures do a significant drop, going from the 70s for the first half of the week down to the 60s and 50s for the weekend and into next week. Pocatello, 74 tomorrow, 77 Tuesday, and 78 Wednesday. And then start to see a reverse trend. And of course, the weekend does look to be on the stormy side with off and on showers and breezy, blustery conditions, especially Saturday. Jackson, similar conditions all the way down to the 50s next Sunday and Monday. So get out and enjoy the next couple of days because things will be changing for the latter half of the work week.
Good few days to go out and do something. Either just go down to the Greenbelt or
I mean, a little bit. You don't have to. A lot of folks have work and school, but
you know what? Even at night, it's going to be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nice weather. Nice weather. Enjoy it because it is changing. So.
It is. Okay. Thank you, Chris. In your consumer report, yes, the Snapchat spectacles are real, and the company chief executive presented them to a small group of people. That's where he also revealed the company has rebranded and renamed to Snap Inc. According to the Wall Street Journal, Snap Inc.'s first wearable products comes armed with a camera that can record 10-second videos when you tap a button near the hinge. Every tap starts a new recording, and the results don't look like typical video shot with phones or action cameras, though. When it actually captures the circular footage that mimics your own vision, the glasses can also sync with your phone wirelessly. The Idaho Department of Commerce has agreed to reimburse 30% of grocery chain Albertson state taxes for the next 15 years. That's under a plan intended to promote job growth in Idaho. The Idaho Statesman reports that Albertson is expanding its Boise headquarters, which will result in creating 300 new jobs and $38 million in additional state tax revenue. The average job salary is expected to be around $70,000. The Albertsons expansion is one of 30 projects that have been approved under the Idaho State Tax Incentive Program. According to GasBuddy.com, the average price of gas rings in at $2.20 today. Prices are up 1 cent from this time last month, but they're down 9 cents from this time last year. Hawaii has the highest gas prices in the nation with an average of $2.80 a gallon, while Texas maintains the lowest price at $1.93 a gallon. We are only 1 day away from the first presidential debate, but who is in charge of fact-checking the candidates? Is it the moderator? Is it the candidates themselves? We're going to tell you right after the break. Plus, a helpless fawn in the midst of rapid waters, how that little guy got in all this mess.
Get First Alert weather anytime, on demand. Log on to localnews8.com.
are just one day away from the first 2016 presidential debate, which brings to question who should be fact-checking during the debate. The head of the Presidential Debates Commission says not the moderator.
In our history, the moderators have found it appropriate to let the candidates be the ones that talk about the accuracy or the fairness of what the other candidate or candidates might have said. I think personally, if you start getting into fact-checking, I'm not sure what is a big fact, what's a little fact.
The moderator's role has been called into question in recent weeks. NBC News host Matt Lauer was criticized for not grilling Donald Trump when he recently said that he opposed the war in Iraq. Trump's claim was false. Tomorrow's debate is in Long Island, and it will be moderated by NBC News host Lester Holt. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are running neck and neck ahead of their presidential debate tomorrow. That's according to a new poll of likely voters by ABC News and The Washington Post. Clinton is 2 percentage points ahead, 46% to Trump's 44%. 5% of voters are backing Libertarian Gary Johnson, with 1% supporting Green Party nominee Jill Stein. Clinton's edge over Trump is well within the margin of error, which is 4.5% points, and her lead is in the same poll, and it has shrunk from 8 points since early August. Israel's security fence was discussed at Donald Trump's meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister today. Benjamin Netanyahu met with the GOP presidential nominee at the Trump Tower in New York. The Trump campaign says they talked about the successful experience with the fence that helped protect its borders. That was an apparent nod to Trump's proposal to build a wall on the U.S. border with Mexico. According to the Trump campaign, they also discussed military assistance, security, and regional stability. Netanyahu is in New York for the UN General Assembly meeting. He is scheduled to meet Hillary Clinton later today. When we come back, a heroic man trying to bring back a deer to safety. Does he do it? I'll let you know when we come back. Plus, we've got your favorite weekend weather guy with a look at your final weather forecast. Stay with us.
Local people, local news. You're watching Local News 8 at 5.
A heroic man's actions leading to one helpless animal back to safety. Reporter McElroy Hagman says he saw a man jump into a river to save a stranded deer.
You're hearing people yelling as they watch a deer getting swept away in the Cedar River, knowing there's nothing they can do as the river rages. Moments later, the deer gets stuck here at the 4th Street Bridge, causing quite the spectacle.
My daughter called 911, and then another lady just called the police department. And then the police department said that they couldn't do anything. They don't think they can do anything. She's going to have to just try to swim to shore.
Knowing the deer would eventually get exhausted and die, these men act fast.
Deer was in the water, stuck, baby deer with noticeable wounds, so we just wanted to get the deer out of the water to safety.
Jamad Salas held as this Evansdale man jumped in the water with his life jacket on, strapped in the deer, and then they pulled it to safety, all while keeping a sense of humor.
Hey, don't forget about me! It feels good, man, to see the city coming together in the midst of something like this, man, to come together to be able to save wildlife. You know, it's a lot of animals who won't be able to make it through this flood, so we're able to help an animal, and that feels pretty good.
Not knowing what to do with the deer, the 3 men decided to keep hold of it, drive it out of town, and then let it free.
You gonna ride in the back with it? So to see Waterloo coming together, it's a beautiful thing.
I give them a thumbs up. That was a great reaction, you know.
Yeah.
And the police department says they're just going to have to swim back to shore. Did you see that water?
Yeah, no, that same storm that brought all the rain to us, it's gotten even more juiced up over the plains.
Right.
They've got like flooding in Iowa and places like that. So.
Right, but that's not going to be the case the next few days.
No, in fact, our weather looks fantastic next few days. You take a look at the extended forecast, 70s for a couple of days, so really nice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we start to see a few thunderstorms slide in Thursday and more lingering showers into the weekend, which temperatures really start to cool down. You saw that down to the 50s in Idaho Falls. Pocatello also cools down fairly quickly. So really nice for the work week, or at least most of the work week, and then some changes come just as your weekend gets going. So get out while you can, at least for the next few days.
Tomorrow, really going to be nice.
Really will.
All right, well that is a wrap for 5 o'clock. We'll be back here at 10. Have a good night.
Hi. I'm doing good, doing good. Oh, okay.